Hello again, everyone. It's that time again for Annie Bros. As always, I'm Crow, your host. And today is special because I have chosen for you one of my favorite animes to review. And the anime I will be reviewing today is the complete series of the Fruit of Grisaia. Now, the Fruit of Grisaia has 2 seasons and an OVA in between them, okay? The way to properly watch it, first you watch The Fruit of Grisaia, being season 1. Next comes The Labyrinth of Grisaia, being the OVA that is in between them. Then you'll watch the final season, The Eden of Grisaia. Each one truly amazing. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Now, I've been informed that some of my videos are rather short. So, here's how I'm going to do things from now on. I've wanted to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but for the sake of giving good reviews and maybe selling the point on why it's a good anime a little bit more, I'm going to avoid major story spoilers. I'll give small spoilers here and there, so that way I can talk more about the anime and hopefully entice you to watch it. Now, into the Fruit of Grisaia. The Fruit of Grisaia follows one man, Kazami Yuji, as he embarks on a new journey to live life as a normal, ordinary high school student. And I immediately know where you're going. It's like, so wait, this dude's a freshman in high school? That's the show? No. No. This man has never attended a school in his life. He has special circumstances. And so, well, you'll find out pretty quickly because the first time you meet him, he's in the custody of the police. And they ask him, "Are you a terrorist?" To which he replies, he is simply Kazami Yuji, occupation, student. He is subsequently released upon a senior officer receiving a call from government officials asking, "Are you holding a dog of ours?" Yuji is then picked up at the police station by his principal and taken to his new school, Mahima Academy. Mahima Academy being an exclusive special school whose occupants are only 5 students as of yet, all of which being girls. And now, Yuji makes 6. And so the first episode goes with him more or less meeting all of the girls and, well, finding out this is no ordinary school. At first, when he arrives at the school and the principal starts showing him around, she shows him the dormitories. It is there he meets Sachi, a maid. Yes, you heard me right, a maid. And he asks, "Well, what's a maid doing here?" Like, "Oh, she's one of your classmates. She's a year younger than you." But she's also the class representative. And she'll be showing you around. Sachi shows Yuji his room. And she asks him, "What should I call you?" "You can call me whatever you want." "How about Yukun?" "That's pretty formal." Well, not formal. Pretty casual right away. She retracts it, saying, "Okay, Kazami-san?" "That works. Just let me call you Sachi." Yuji being very informal anyway. Like, he stresses being informal when she wants to call him Yukun. But he doesn't care about being informal to her by calling her Sachi. Immediately, he is a contradiction. Next, he meets the big sister character, Su Amane. Now, Amane is chasing another student around, trying to brush her hair. When she sees Yuji, she falls over and proceeds to ask, "Oh, are you the new student?" It's like you see that a lot with the first episode. They ask a lot of stupid questions. Like, "Are you the new student?" "No, I'm a guy you've never seen here before because I'm here to rob you." I mean, really, it shouldn't be that difficult to figure out that, yes, I am living in the new student dorm because I am in fact the new student. Like, not that difficult to figure out. But besides the point, Amane almost immediately tries to implant herself as a big sister kind of character for Yuji. He is also greeted by another underclassman, Irisu Makina. Now, Makina is interesting. She has the mentality of a 6-year-old child. Very little skills in language. And very shy. We'll get to more into that later. But Yuji, he tries to talk to her, gets down on her level, at least attempts to make friendly conversation. Next up, he meets the tsundere character, Machima Michiru. Michiru being the only person that was in the classroom so early in the morning, practicing lines for how to be a tsundere. You heard me right. Practicing lines on how to be a tsundere. Yes, it was that awkward. But, he greets her informally, sees through her charade, and actually embarrasses the crap out of her by simply stating, "Are you supposed to be a tsundere?" To which she freaks out. Quite hilarious. He continues to showcase his intelligence over her by stating that, "I get it. You act like a tsundere because you seek male attention." Eventually, Michiru ends up crying, and, well, that's where their conversation ends. He pretty much goes for the entire day, and he doesn't meet the 5th student. He finds out that this fifth student has stopped coming to class in the mornings, and that she only comes to class in the evening. So, as he's getting a tour of the school from Sachi, he stops and he says, "Well, there's one classmate I haven't met yet." Sachi looks worried. She stops as if to give him a warning and says, "I'm sorry," and runs away. To which Yuji thinks to himself, "I should keep my guard up." And rightfully so. Upon introducing himself and trying to get a greeting from his fifth classmate, Sakaki Yumiko pulls a box cutter on him and attempts to slash him. Yes, you heard me right. She pulls out a box cutter and attempts to slash him. Of course, he caught her arm, and to which he just asked the same question, "Are you Sakaki Yumiko?" And she said, "Yes." Said, "Nice to meet you." So you can see he has quite a wide range of interesting people to deal with. But he is still an enigma in himself. All we know is he has some kind of connection to the government, and something made him want to live an ordinary life as a student. It is then at the end of the episode he gets a call from someone named JB, who turns out to be his boss. She tells him, "I have work for you, Yuji." To which he pulls a large case out from under his bed and dials in the number 9029. The case opens, and inside is a large caliber sniper rifle. And that is the end of the first episode. So, with Yuji, we already know a few things. He makes his own rules. He has some connection to the government. He's a murderer. And he's in a school with 5 girls. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. The first season is fully surrounding all of the girls. It goes into each one of their backstories, their traumas, the reason they're at the school. The first one to be discussed was Michiru. Now, this is where I'm going to diverge a little bit, because I'm not going to give spoilers for the stories. But I will give a brief synopsis. Michiru's problem is that she is dead, yet she is still alive. The next person they cover is Yumiko's. Her problem being her own birth was a mistake. Next, they cross over to Sachi's episodes. Sachi, her problem, the sin of obedience. Yes, you heard me right. The sin of obedience. Next, Machina. No one will protect her, and her own family wants her dead. That's a problem. And last but not least, Sue Amane. Her problem being, she sees her own survival as punishment. Now that's all I'm going to get into about Season 1, because any other information I can give you would be a big spoiler, for any of the stories about those girls. Now, when the OVA and season 2 pick up, we are starting to get a deeper look at Yuji's past. And oh my god, it is dark. With death, terrorism, explosions, rape. Ooh. You really get a feel for who he is, what he's done, or what he's been through. And not while you're seeing his story unfold, his story is also being read by his friends. And after they read the entire story, they ask, how do we associate with him now? How do we act around him? Do we treat him differently, knowing his past? Do we accept him? Do we reject him? Well, what would you do if someone you cared for ended up having a dark past? Something you didn't know about. And all of a sudden, a lot of what they do makes sense. Now, I don't really want to get into too much about Season 2, because heavy spoiler territory. But Season 2 has been broken up into 2 separate parts. The first half is covering Yuji's more adolescent side of life. How he got where he was in Season 1. The second half, such a great part. The past comes back to haunt him, and it becomes a huge decision. Do you accept someone's past and move forward to try and help them? Or do you stick your head in the sand and just act as if it never meant anything to you? So, that's what I have to say about my favorite anime, personally, The Fruit of Grisaia. Now, I would recommend this to almost anyone. It's deeply psychological. It has enough action to keep you interested. Although I will say, if you are not a fan of ecchi anime, some of the episodes might be a little difficult for you. Because, well, yeah, there are just moments where people are not dressed. I mean, they live at school. It's like, we're going to see their everyday lives. But, if you take some time and give The Fruit of Grisaia a look, then you will not be disappointed. I can guarantee that. So, I would very much like to think I've done this anime justice with my review. If you have seen The Fruit of Grisaia, feel free to comment and leave a comment down below explaining your feelings about it. Or if I've convinced you to watch it, tell me what you think in the comments. You could also tweet at me at AnyBroCrow. I'm very open to hear what your thoughts are on this anime. So, until next time, take care, and be well.